Hello, geometry students. Today's learning target is to apply the properties of kites we learned. So if we look at example number 1, our goal is to find x, y, and z. And for clarity, y is this large angle that I just highlighted in yellow. So the first property we talked about is we have one pair of opposite angles congruent. And hopefully you can visualize that this blue triangle is congruent to the pink triangle. That tells me that x is 102 degrees. Second, because those triangles were congruent, and I'll put the highlights back in, z is also 34 degrees because it's the blue and pink triangle are reflected, so we know z is 34 degrees. So I'm going to put that in my diagram. Now if I look at the blue triangle, this angle that I'm marking in red plus 34 degrees plus 102 degrees add up to 180. So I'm going to say 34 degrees plus 102 degrees. Doing that math, I get 136. 180 minus 136 is equal to 44. So the red angle in the diagram is 44 degrees. So the angle below it is also 44 degrees, which makes y equal to 44 plus 44, which is 88 degrees. Let's take a look at example number 2. So here we have a kite, so we know these pink segments are congruent. We also know the blue segments are congruent. So there's actually two ways of doing this problem. Some people may say 4x plus 1 is equal to 17. Other people may do 6x minus 3 is equal to 21. We're going to solve both of those and see if we get the same answer. So if we subtract 1 in the red equation, 4x is equal to 16. We'll divide by 4, and x is equal to 4. In the blue equation, if we add 3 to both sides, we'll get 6x is equal to 24. We'll divide by 6, and x is equal to 4. So there were two different ways you could have solved this problem. Let's look at example number 3. So we have a kite here, and from the diagrams I'm going to add the tick marks for clarity. One of the properties we learned is that one pair of opposite angles are congruent, so angle J and angle G, I'm going to call them X, are equal to each other. So we know in a quadrilateral the angles add up to 360, so some people would like to solve this equation, 132 plus x plus 60 plus x is equal to 360 degrees. So 2x plus 192 is equal to 360 degrees. We'll subtract 192 from both sides, and we'll get 2x is equal to, let me get my calculator, you'll get 168. So 2x is equal to 168. We could divide by 2, and x is equal to 84. There is a second way of doing the problem, but this is a nice algebraic way. Let's look at example number 4. Again, we have a kite. I'm going to mark the sides that are congruent. And because there is a pair of opposite angles congruent, angle U and angle S are equal, so I'm going to put angle S is 125 degrees. And again, we know the angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. So 125 plus x plus 125 plus x plus 30 is equal to 360 degrees. I'm going to combine like terms, so 2x plus, and when you add 125, 125, and 30, you get 280. So that's equal to 360. We'll subtract 280 from both sides, So 2x is equal to 80. I'll divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 40. Now in this problem, I want to know angle R. I just highlighted that in pink. So angle R is x plus 30. So angle R is 40 plus 30. So angle R is 70 degrees. This picture is not drawn to scale. Let's look at the last example. So in this problem, we have a kite, and this angle in the middle is 6x plus 6. We learned that the diagonals are perpendicular in a kite. So the equation would be 6x plus 6 is equal to 90. We'll subtract 6 from both sides. 6x is equal to 84. And when we divide by 6, x is equal to 14.